Okay, well, I think we're going to get going. One of my clocks says 10 o'clock, and the other one says 9:59, so there it goes, clicks over 10 o'clock. I'd like to welcome everybody to our webinar today. Very excited to be on here talking about Glimpse, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Glimpse pre-launch webinar. Yes, we are Art and Terry Manville, and we are excited to be here. 500K premieres in Zango have been just past our 5-year anniversary last weekend, and it has been such a treat. I can't tell you how much our life has changed and how much fun we're having with Zango and this great company. So I'd like to welcome you all today. We have a couple of very special guests that we're going to be introducing here. And, you know, I just really want to go through their bios. In fact, I learned a lot about Gary Hollister just by reading his bio, and I really want you to know who they are. Gary is chairman of the board of Zango, of course, and he and his wife, Beverly, who is also on the call, have 4 children, 11 grandchildren. Gary graduated from Drake University with a bachelor's in business administration. He then joined Merle Norman Cosmetics, worked all the way through management, and after 11 years, all the way up the ladder, became president and chief operating officer, which he held for 14 years. And under Gary's watch, Merle Norman's doubled to more than 3,000 franchises. Sales went from $60 million to over $250 million a year in sales. He then joined $300 million giant MEI as president and chief executive officer. From there, he opened his own consultancy and launching products like Michael Jordan Fragrance, one of the most successful product introductions in retail history. And then in 1997, this was a pivotal year in Gary's career. He was recruited into a company called Enrich International, which is now called Unicity, and it is there that he met Aaron Garrity, Joe Morton, and Gordon Morton, 3 of the founders in Zango. More recently, Gary and Aaron were named national finalists in the 2006 Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. And also, he is a scratch golfer, an expert skier. And thank you, Gary, for joining us on the call today and bringing your integrity and wisdom to the Zango team. Hi, Gary.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to congratulate both Art and Terry Manville for arranging this webinar this morning. Every successful launch that I've been involved with, and Beverly also, has always been preceded by a strong pre-market campaign. So I applaud Art and Terry and everyone on this phone call. That signifies to me great leadership and the potential of this great line over the course of the next few years.
Okay, thanks a lot, Gary. I'd also like to now introduce Beverly, a Managing Director and Senior VP of Development for Zango. Beverly, of course, brings a wealth of experience in the cosmetics, beauty, fashion, and wellness marketing to Zango. And since joining the network marketing industry, Beverly has led the development of 5 major brands, and within weeks of release, all have become global bestsellers, creating sales of more than $200 million annually. She is a well-recognized businesswoman in Utah and has received a significant amount of recognition during her career. Most recently, she was recognized by Utah Business Magazine as one of the top businesswomen in Utah. One of Beverly's greatest joys is working with the women of Zango and helping them achieve success and fulfilling their dreams. She's actively involved in the women's movement, empowering women within Zango. And gosh, working with Beverly over the last few weeks on the Glimpse project has been such a treat to me, and I realize that we have such talent as part of this Zango team. And Beverly, gosh, you know, I mean, you really could launch your own billion-dollar company. I mean, that's the kind of talent I see in you. It's been great working with you so far, Beverly.
Thank you, Art and Terry. It's an honor to be a part of this great company, and I will tell you, I have never had the experience of working with great leadership. And, of course, you and Terry are at the top of the list. We just appreciate you so very much.
Okay, well, thanks, Beverly and Terry. Why don't you drop on here and say a few words of hello?
I just want to thank Beverly and Gary for all that they bring to Zango. We are so grateful to have you as part of the leadership on our team, and it has been such a pleasure to work with both of you on this Glimpse project. Art and I are just thrilled. Thank you so much.
Well, we've been so impressed with you, and Art and Terry, all the research you've done just shows what kind of leadership. I've loved the emails and the research and your due diligence and really understanding that we are creating a new category like Zango did in the very beginning with topical skin nutrition.
Yeah, it's very exciting, Beverly. And I just have to tell everybody, I've got a picture up of Gary here because he's the one that really sort of stimulated this spark in me that we should be doing a massive pre-launch campaign with something like Glimpse. And it all came back to a webinar that you were on with Andy Willoughby, I believe it was, and Gary wasn't scheduled to be on the webinar, and at the end of it all, Gary happened to walk into your office, and Gary said, you know, this is such a powerful product that we could be launching a brand new company with this. And I went like, yeah, right, yeah, okay. I got that, and I thought to myself, and I really contemplated this, gosh, if Gary and Beverly were launching their own company with Glimpse, with what we know about them and what we know about this incredible product and the science and the technology behind it, and of course my own personal experience with it, what would we be doing? We wouldn't be waiting for convention. We would be starting a massive pre-launch activity and calling and talking to people, and I thought, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start a whole pre-launch campaign now, and really, Gary, with your experience in Merle Norman Cosmetics and Beverly's experience, Gary, I mean, you really think Glimpse could be that big?
Well, as you know, I spent 25 years in this industry, and I left at the end of 1991. But I've been a fan of the industry for a long period of time. I have never seen a product like Glimpse being developed and being brought to the market. The potential of this line is beyond anything I've ever been experienced with. Beverly and her team bring a great deal of experience and talent, but probably most importantly, we have proprietary aspects of this product that'll lead us to saying that we have a category-creating product, just as we did when we launched Zango. So I'm ecstatic about the potential. I've watched Beverly and her team with the protocols, the ingredients, the testing that's gone on, the tremendous amount of work it is to make sure that you have truly in your hands a truly revolutionary product. And from all of my years of experience, I am confident that we can literally double our business overnight with this product. It has that kind of potential. But everybody on this phone call has to do their own due diligence on the product, experience the product, and see what we see from our perspective about this potential of this great product.
Well, thanks a lot, Gary. I really appreciate that. And I have a beautiful picture of you and Beverly, I believe, in France. And what a wonderful couple you are. Such grace and dignity and integrity you bring to the team. We really appreciate you both. Beverly, I think really I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about the formulas. I'm bringing up a slide now on